All right, so this is a suggestion via Patreon. The name of the video is Bill Burr makes host on Good Day New York uncomfortable. All right, listen, if you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. The more that you like this content, the more that I know that you specifically would like to see more of this specific type of content, okay? Let's check it out. Right, guys.
10 episodes are available to binge watch. Bill Burr, welcome to Good Day New York.
How are you? Thank you for having me.
Well, the show is so funny. I mean, I'm just, is it based on your real life, or is it, you know?
Yeah, no, it's definitely based on my life, but it's, Frank is the character that I play. He's an amalgam of kind of everybody's dad in the writer's room, and he's an old school dad. Like when I was a kid, you were like afraid of your dad. Like he pulled in the driveway, he'd come in the front door, we'd all run out the back door.
Right, wait till your father comes home,
yes,
right?
Yes, absolutely. So it's more of that era.
Guys, what's interesting is that I absolutely love this show. I did not know that Bill Burr was actually a part of it. Maybe I should have just like paid more attention to the actual credits, right? So that's interesting, right? Now, here's the thing. So I found out probably, I don't know, a couple months ago maybe, when you guys told me in the comments, I was just like, bro, he sounds just like the guy from this show. But initially, I had no idea who he was, guys. And if it's based on his life, oh, wow, right? But luckily, he cleared that up also.
Era. It's not this, era now where your kids are like friends with their dad. I was like afraid of my dad. Not in a bad way. Like I just knew that, when he came home that
things were gonna flop.
Yes, your behavior. We used to shut the TV off and like pick up books, pretending to be like reading. And I remember he used to like, if he was in church, he had like the loudest snap. And if you guys were talking too loud, he just bam like that, and everybody just shut up, and then you knew you were going to get it later.
You mean get it? It's fun. You get on stage, you talk about topics that are kind of taboo, but you make them really, really funny.
So your Christian background is part of the show.
Yes, and I wanted to talk to you about Jesus after this.
Well, the only reason why I bring it up is some people thought maybe you went a little too far.
As far as what?
Well, they thought that maybe you were being disrespectful to the Christian religion.
Who did?
I'm telling you, you need to Google.
Oh, good Lord.
So did you feel you were being disrespectful, or just you were just having fun with some of the crucifixes and stuff like that?
I don't even know I mean...
Oh, she's sensitive, guys. She's super sensitive.
We did maybe 2 jokes about that?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't you think the
too
Catholic Church went a little too far? More so than my cartoon.
All right, listen.
A couple of jokes. I know this is a morning show. You can't bring up all those crimes.
You know what? Technically...
They just sort of kept moving them around. Like those killer whales at SeaWorld? After it kills a trainer, they'll then move it up to Seattle. They don't give them their background.
All right, I'm not...
This is not how an interview goes, Bill. I love him. I love him, guys. I love this guy.
Totally following, but...
She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready.
I don't think
I want to. You know what I'm talking about? It's a morning show. I understand.
I
came on. That kid was missed the graduation, and then it was a feel-good story.
It was a feel-good, and we want to leave.
If you want to feel good about America, you watch the morning shows. You don't watch this,
And
we were joking earlier. If that kid's story about the graduation was late night, that would have been a whole different story.
What do you think?
He's still missing. We can't find him. All we found was his hat. But you watch in the morning. It's great. It all worked out. He got his own personal graduation. Like, I was in such a great mood. Look how yellow this couch is. It's like the sun.
So F is for family. I mean, it's really politically incorrect before political...
Oh, no. Oh, no, she wasn't ready, guys. He wasn't ready either. Where's my hand at? He was not ready at all, right? Referring to the guy who's sitting right next to her. He was uncomfortable, okay? Well, yeah, I guess, both of the hosts were uncomfortable, absolutely.
Politically incorrect was even a term.
Yeah, and I think, a lot of that stuff. What you were saying earlier, you talk about taboo subjects. It's like, nothing I really talk about. It's not that people aren't talking about all of this stuff. It's just that there's sort of a way that people talk when they get on a stage or something like that. But it's not like, people they laugh because they're already talking about it. So it's not that big a deal.
We all have dark thoughts sometimes, but you go there in public and you do it, even though it's edgy, kind of make it safe in a way.
Yeah, well, what's going to happen?
Bro, there's nothing and no one safe at his on his sets, guys. All right, stop trying to sugarcoat it, bro.
Just talking. I mean, it's not like I'm not doing anything insane. I will tell you, though, I did stand up here 2 shows last night, and I cannot believe New York crowds now.
Why?
It is so like, oh.
They would do that during
I
the show?
moved here. I remember when I moved here in '94, it was like, you remember Alphabet City, you were taking your life in your hands, and there was like junkies and stuff like that, so it was just really like a lot harder than to like even like impress people. And now, I mean, I don't know.
Again, the good old days.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You know what? They don't even call it Alphabet City anymore. You know that? They call it like the Lower East Side. Things, gentrification, whatever.
Was that offensive to illiterate people?
Anyway,
This town has changed.
as is the family, obviously Netflix and the people who watch it love your show. Were we able to find a clip that we could clean up?
We got something. We got
You
something.
found
We got something.
Wow.
We got
Might be a couple of
something.
beeps.
Is
Check it
this
out.
just the intro song?
Is it just the intro song? Oh man.
We got
You
something.
found
We got something.
Wow.
We got
Might be a couple of
something.
beeps.
Is
Check it
this
out.
just the intro song?
Not hamburger assistant again. Why can't Mom make dinner?
Ask her. She's the one who abandoned her post. Now after doing all the lady work, I gotta leave to go do some man work. And is anybody gonna get me flowers and tell me I'm beautiful? No. No one's out there marching for old Frank Murphy. He just watches the sands of his miserable life gather at his feet while his wife, the modern woman, throws on a pantsuit every morning and just... There's my worker bee.
This guy really speaks to me. Good stuff, Phil.
It's a little Archie Bunkerish, a little, right?
Yes.
Archie Bunker, bro? That's the reference? Archie Bunker. I would say maybe 35%.
Speaks to me. Good stuff, Phil.
It's a
thank
little
you.
Archie Bunkerish, a little, right?
Yes. Yeah, well, I mean, it is that time. And when we did, like, the 70s, we wanted it to look like how I remember the 70s, where Hollywood kind of always makes it look like everybody had a lava lamp and dressed like Ron Burgundy. This is more like the sort of Rust Belt Serpico 70s. Like, you know, anytime you see a movie about, like, the 70s, everybody has a car from the 70s. It was like, there was, you know, people didn't have money. They'd have a car from the 60s. So if you look, there's a lot of... That's one of my favorite things, to like pick out what car they're gonna have. Like Frank drives like an old like Ford Galaxy-esque type car before Ford comes at us for money.
You're right, the movies from the 70s, they overdo it. They all overdo it when they're going retro, right?
Well, they make it seem like when the Pacer came out, like everybody thought that was a good-looking car. It was a weird car.
With the big window?
Yeah, me and my mother looked at it. That is the ugliest piece of you-know-what I've ever seen in my life, but they made it seem like everybody in the 70s had like a lava lamp and thought that was a good-looking car.
Right.
So, Bill, do you Google yourself? Because I was like Googling the show.
No, God knows.
I was Googling the show.
I get trashed enough on Twitter. Do you know what I did the show last night? This is how like the millennials are, right? Somebody, I was wearing this exact same thing. You know, I'm on the road, so I got a nice stain on my shirt. So I was wearing this exact same thing. I go on Twitter, and somebody wrote, you know, Bill Burr last night dressed like an out-of-shape Jerry Seinfeld.
What?
So, like, yeah, I wrote back. I can't say what I wrote back. I wrote back.
You did?
So-and-so. Yeah, it's like, why don't you heckle me when you're there?
Right.
But why would you even respond on
everybody is
Twitter?
sassy online. Not in your face.
Sassy.
Why-
Exactly. This is New York. Back in the day, I would walk on stage. Someone would have said that, and I would have had to fight my way out of it, and it would have been a tough set. And this person's just, everything's like so
Yeah, guys, it's a much softer time. It just is.
covert now.
I feel bad because, by the way, you're ripped.
Huh?
You're in pretty good shape.
But why respond to somebody who's being negative to you on Twitter?
Because it's fun. I like going back and forth, and then you can usually... Well, this is my deal. If you actually have a picture of yourself, then I'll go back and forth. But if you just have, like, the little egg thing there, like those, you know, 2 followers, then those people, it's like, you just came up with an account or whatever, or you just go around trash people. To me, that's like a cowardly thing, but, like...
Oh, yeah.
You know, but
that's kind of like my exact same response on YouTube, guys. Like, some people write, like, the craziest things, and I'm just like, bro, I put my face online. You can say what you want to say. It's fine. It really doesn't affect me. I get a lot of it, right? It's completely fine. But if you're not putting your face online, bro, and you have like this weird fake name and like, I don't think I'm gonna respond to your negativity, bro, because you're anonymous. Get what I'm saying?
if I can see you, you know, and you're out of shape, or maybe you're ugly or something like that, I'll go right for it. I'll get real childish.
Growing up, by the way, with the mother with the hairbrush and the dad, where was that? Where'd you grow up?
I grew up outside Boston, Massachusetts. The safe suburbs
That's
of
pretty
Boston,
obvious,
Massachusetts. Because ever since Good Will Hunting, everybody thinks you know, you grew up in Southie and you stole cars and you asked people about apples.
They overdid it too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Let me ask you about your Christian
No,
background.
no, they didn't, nobody overdid Southie back then. Like, I'm just saying I was not that, you know. I was more of a, you know, cul-de-sac street hockey playing kid.
Bill Burr,
Heads
F
like
is
the
for
moon.
family.
There you go.
F is for family on Netflix, out right now.
he'd be a little more comfortable if he threw some trash around the studio, right? He misses the old New York, and you're not the only
I want
one.
to meet those religious people that got upset. I want to quiz them
Oh,
on their
gee.
religion.
All right, we'll talk about what did I...
Most of the people who probably got upset have never even read any type of book of worship, right? And that's just an odd thing. You can't say that you're fully devout in this if you don't even know what you're talking about. Because then you come up to people like him, right? And he will absolutely defecate all over every single thing that you're holding dear in a very ignorant fashion. And the reason why I'm saying ignorant is because, again, most people have not even read their book of worship, but yet they quote buzzwords, guys. So, all right.
I bring that up? Bill,
Why did you bring it up?
I'm
This is
sorry.
a morning show.
All right, we're here. Yeah, solid. I mean, listen, initially, I would say the first 3 minutes or so of this is when he definitely made them uncomfortable. Mainly the woman, I would say. She was the first one that just kind of got like set off by it. Then Bill just hits her with facts, and you know, facts generally make people melt sometimes. Some people at least, right? But all right, guys, listen, let me know in the comments of the next thing from him that I should be checking out, and I will get into that as soon as I possibly can. All right? Listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy it thoroughly.